Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Bucks County Opportunity Council's annual breakfast. As a designated community action agency for Bucks County, we take pride in our mission of reducing poverty and partnering with our community to promote economic self-sufficiency.
In a country like ours, which is obviously so diverse, it sometimes is challenging to see ourselves as one people. But gathering here with the people we have at these tables, the work you do, the backgrounds you have, we start to see that we have more in common than we have in difference. Respect for each other, care for those less fortunate, and determination to make this county and this Commonwealth and this country, by extension, the best it can be.
This is a time when we get together to reflect on everything that's happened over the course of the year. We're excited to share the happenings, the accomplishments, and the story of BCOC.
In 2022, we faced many barriers, including natural disasters, the lingering effects of the pandemic, a dwindling housing market, and inflation. We have persevered through these challenges, and we believe at BCOC that it takes a village to achieve any meaningful change. And what a village we have, from our partner agencies, board of directors, federal, state, and local government, donors, volunteers, staff, and our clients. We could not do this work without each and every one of you in our village.
I wanted to take a minute to give a brief overview of the challenges that we're facing for access to affordable housing. Rents are hitting unprecedented highs. There are long wait lists to get into for subsidized housing, and that stock is continuing to dwindle. We have veterans, persons with disabilities, families with children that don't have access to affordable housing in our county. And it is impossible to achieve economic self-sufficiency without a place to call home. Together, we can be the voice for our vulnerable community members whose voices aren't currently being heard. Spread the word about our programs, recruit local landlords and property managers, and to show up at your local town hall or township meetings when things like affordable housing developments are on the agenda. And on that note, I want to present the first award, the Community Connector Award, to a community partner, champion for the cause, and a partner landlord, Phil Swartley.
Congratulations. If anybody deserves an award, it's Kendra and the people who work here, and what you do in this room to support them is critical.
In the past year, our food team has grown exponentially. This was achieved through our emergency and senior food box program, Fresh Connect, connection with over 70 food pantries, and our school produce programs. In total, we have distributed over 2.8 million pounds of food this past year. So I want to acknowledge that we could have not made it here without the assistance from our partners. Philabundance has provided our program with over 1.2 million pounds of food this past year. Today, we would like to honor Philabundance with our Building Bridges Community Impact Award.
Thank you very much. Hunger is really only a symptom of a much larger problem. Without those building bridges, we would not be able to get the food that we collect to the people who need it most. Thank you.
BCOC created the Economic Self-Sufficiency Program 25 years ago in 1997. Dr. James P. Comer said no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship, and this is one of the core beliefs and concepts behind the one-on-one coaching that happens in the ES program. There have been 373 households that have graduated the ES program. That's a total of 1,087 people who've been impacted. For every dollar invested in the ES program, $5 is saved on government and community subsidies. In 2022, we had 15 graduates. The average annual salary increased over $35,000 a year.
I stand before you a completely different person than the one that sat in front of Carrie all those years ago. That individual was certain there was nothing that anyone could or would do for her. The system had already failed her so many times. Carrie asked me the toughest question I had ever been asked in a long time. What is your dream? Dream? Dreaming wasn't in the picture. Making sure food was on the table and having a home was. Well, I've always wanted to be a nurse, I said. She told me, let's make this happen. I enrolled in the ES program right away. We work together. We set goals. These women in this organization showed a vested interest in seeing me become successful. They gave me community when I had none and became one in the interim. Today, I am proud to say that I am back in school. I am a nurse that travels to bring in care and compassion to all of my patients. I am a woman that lives a full life filled with genuine happiness and luxury. I see no way that any of this would have been possible without BCOC. I want to just take a moment to say thank you. I hope that you are able to look at me happily and smile knowing that I am making a difference and that you all made a difference with your program. Thank you.
Like Laura's story, many ES participants are working on an education path towards self-sufficiency. Earlier this year, the Bucks County Opportunity Council partnered with the Bucks County Community College on a new initiative called Coaches on Campus. This initiative can help low-income students with basic needs, school materials, and connections to scholarships.
Of our 6,500 enrolled students, almost half are first-generation college students. 30% are food or housing insecure. How can a student focus on class when they are worrying about when or where their next meal will come from? The Bucks County Community College is very grateful to BCOC and the dedicated team who plays a role in helping more people break the cycle of generational poverty and make better lives for themselves and their families.
In addition to our standard weatherization and emergency crisis programs, we saw the addition of 2 new programs, a clean and tune program, preventative maintenance on heaters, and a cooling program, installing new energy-efficient air conditioning systems. Within the past year, we helped over 768 individuals.
It was really just an amazing program. They hooked up little gaskets around the windows to see what was leaky and put in insulation that does a good job, and it's much warmer. There's no draft. My Pico bill should be like $300 a month, like the hot summer months and the cold winter months, and it hasn't been. It's been down tremendously, which is so cool.
I have the pleasure of talking to you about the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, or VITA. This last tax season, our folks did 1,150 tax returns, and that's $2.5 million in saved fees, refunds, and credits. And all of that money stays right here in Bucks County. Over 18 years that we've been doing this program, we have saved $31 million. We have 40 to 50 community members who give up their nights and weekends to do income taxes. I am honored to announce that Connie Furman is this year's BCOC Ambassador of the Year.
My years on the board have been an absolute honor, and my continued support in the VITA program is an absolute privilege. So thank you very much.
Changing lives is an incredibly hard business to be in, but we are blessed to be able to help, and we are grateful to all of you for your support to help us achieve our mission. Last year, we helped over 48,000 people through our services. Our teams in food, housing, weatherization, and self-sufficiency worked hard to meet people where they are, address the barriers that prevent people from accessing resources, and help this community improve overall wellness. We've launched a new transportation program in partnership with Lyft. We are providing rides to our clients to get to work, school, the grocery store, and other important appointments. Also, in partnership with the county's behavioral health department, BCOC will launch a mental health transportation concierge. Next, we just recently launched a new housing program in partnership with Children and Youth. The Home is a resource for women with children who need temporary shelter while working on a self-sufficiency plan. And lastly, we have increased services for senior citizens with the addition of senior housing location services and Senior Connect, a technology education program. Our plan for next year is helping more Bucks County residents obtain a family-sustaining wage. I will leave you with this thought. Self-sufficiency is the core of BCOC's mission, but self-sufficiency starts with a home. No matter the situation, we need housing that meets the needs of individuals and families. So thank you for sticking with us through these challenging times. We rely on your generosity and support to continue to fulfill our mission. And on behalf of the staff and BCOC Board of Directors, thank you.